We're back here again, 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning. We're with Jerry. G'day, Jerry. How you doing?
Good day,
You,
lad. How are you?
you got any? Got a headache from last night? No.
No,
No.
no. I just had three shots of tequila, and boy, it was pretty shitty tequila too.
Oh, the tequila at the Oscars was all right, was it?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
okay. The other two were pretty
Yeah, I
brutal.
know. Again, I had to look at the bottle there, but there's the Zambuca at Oscars because I haven't had that one in Thailand before. That's a really high class tequila, Zambuca. Yeah, but yeah, they just it's just one of those things you get used to here. I'm sure it's all watered down, but yeah,
Oscars, it won't be. The other places, I can't speak for, but definitely not at Oscar.
and we got Slade there in the dark with the backlighting, so we can't see his ugly face. You got a Slade. Oh, now you scare everybody. That's it. I've lost everybody on the channel now. We should start calling him Radagast with that beard, you know.
Oh, piss off! You want a fucking white? You want a fucking white raven in your?
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, you better. Don't start with me.
Anyway, so Dave has been having a bit of a chat there. He's just giving us a community service announcement, which I was quite well aware of, which is the mobile banking apps that you have, like over at Cashicon Bank. And what it is, you can actually dial down your daily limits on those banking apps, which means the fact that, if you're concerned about, losing a card or something like that, or, people doing nefarious actions on your account, you can sort of set a minimum level on those things. I know I've used it. I have mine set at 20,000 baht because I don't like the inconvenience of just walking into a shop and buying some perfume for somebody or something, and then then you have to go in and go. It takes you 5 minutes to change it. But I did it when we bought the MG, and I just set my limit at 780,000 and transferred the money. It was, you know, there was no minimum or maximum you can have, as long as you get the money to cover. But yeah, it's quite a handy little thing, as David
Never
says.
give your girlfriend the credit card. Jeez.
And yeah,
How
that's
many
that's enough.
ever, just ever. Sorry, I mean, made that mistake once or twice. Just never give your girlfriend the credit card. Ever.
Exactly. Never give
It's
your
not a
girlfriend the.
smart thing to do.
Mm-mm.
The cool thing, though, about the ability to raise your limit or lower it, you can do it every day, as much or as little as you need at that time. So you can protect yourself, and then in your case, where you transfer for the car, you can just raise it up, transfer the money, then lower it back down. So it's pretty cool. It makes it easy.
Yeah, yeah.
Or just
Yeah,
give
so
her own damn card.
that's right. Just, something seemed to be a little bit delayed there on YouTube for a minute there. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, that's all right. Did a refresh of the screen. It's all good. Yeah, so I do have one article we're going to talk about. I have actually done a video of this issue when we were out on Wednesday for our lunch, but I was going to cover the main points of that probably here and get a bit of a public interaction on everybody's thoughts on it. But we'll build up to that. Wait a few more people turn up and things like that. I'm a
But
little
I
bit.
wanted that shirt and that shoes. But I wanted that shirt and that
Yeah, yeah,
shoes.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
actually.
what the?
I don't know where Todd is. Like, Todd hasn't given me any warning that he wasn't showing up today, which now concerns me greatly. That the fact that there's something else going on in his life at the moment. He's had a few dramas in his life in the last few months, and like sometimes Thailand does that. We were talking about this yesterday at lunch, weren't we, Jerry? Like, what do you love about Thailand? Why Thailand? And we probably should do this video. I just got a few more people who are willing to face the camera.
What do you
Yeah.
love about Thailand? What do
Yeah.
you not love about
But
Thailand?
Jerry made a few good points. I think Dave made a few good points, and we all have our own reasons. And of course, Jack, he made the point for the fact that, well, the cost of living is cheaper. That's it, and that's a big plus for anybody that's on a sort of a pension or self-funded retiree type of situation. I certainly couldn't live this lifestyle I had in Thailand if I was back in Australia. Not, especially not with a partner. Absolutely not. You know? I'd be best. I'd be best. Best I could probably do would be sort of back of Ipswich and Brisbane there, in the boondocks, living in a sort of a single bedroom, townhouse somewhere, and would be about my limit on my budget in Australia. Seriously, well, I hear some outrageous prices for rentals these days now. Like in Sydney, like they're talking $1,000 a month now as a typical rental price. $1,000 a was it $1,000 a month? $1,000 a week. I can't remember. It was something outrageous anyway.
Or it depends on how you like to live.
Yeah.
Sticks.
Good morning, Chris Brand. How are you today? We unfortunately never got to talk up. Even the timings just didn't work out when he came over here last month, which is a bit of a shame. I wanted to say hello, but maybe we'll make it happen next time. Yes, April's filling up now. I noticed my calendar's sort of filling up for April. I've got Don Blake's out here from the 10th to the 12th of April, just before the official Songkran. And we're off to Sukhothai. I think we're off to Sukhothai for a week. She wants to go up for the week, so there'll be no videos that week, but there'll be a stack the week after we get back when I do the editing. Oh my God. Back in May for a month. Okay, I'm sure we'll be able to manage to get something happening there. I do go into the Bangkok every Friday now to hook up with Jerry and the crew there for his Friday morning Friends Funds Bangkok in at Starbucks. God, that's how many? We had 50 people there yesterday or something. Jesus Christ.
50 flipping people, man. Too many.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Starbucks hasn't kicked us out.
Well, I said it before. I think I made mention on a couple of times on the videos. I've got a sound meter on my phone here. I don't know exactly how accurate it is, but it is. It's pushing 95 dB. That is the maximum limit you can have for a motorcycle at 4,000 RPM. It's loud.
The ceilings are low, and there's a lot of people talking at once, but it's fine. It's a very, very good group. Good people. They get along. You meet new friends, so got to keep going. 7 years now.
Mm-hmm. Who's that sitting in the dark? That's our friend Slade. He's another gamer friend of ours. Well, when he actually jumps into our games, he's got his own Discord channel as well. So. But he used to.
Why? What do you want?
He used to hang out and bang in Thailand for a bit. Then he moved to Cambodia. Then he moved back to the US, and now he's coming back to. Where is it? You said something this morning? Where you?
No, I'm going to a wedding in Cancun.
Oh, okay. We're going to a wedding in Cancun. Okay.
I have a wedding to attend in Cancun.
Mm-hmm. Where is Cancun anyway? I know it's somewhere.
Upper Yucatan, the Upper Yucatan Peninsula.
The Yucatan Peninsula. Is that somewhere in America?
All right.
Is that
okay. There's North America, South America, Central America.
Yeah.
It's kind of on the Atlantic side of South America, right?
Okay. So Central America, okay. So near the Panama Canal, something like that. Yeah.
Ready?
Above.
Can you see
Okay. That little pin there. Okay. So that's where it is. Okay. So that's where the all the Elon Musk's second stages land, is it? If they fail.
It's on the Atlantic side. Okay, Pacific side is California. Atlantic side.
Mexico, that's it. Cancun, Mexico. Right. Fair enough. Yeah, it's where where they shoot stuff up into the sky from that base, that Star Launch base, and all the debris falls on the planet. Is it? I don't know. But yeah, okay.
Is that exactly the question you wanted to ask?
No, anyway, it's all right. I now know where it is. Okay. So it's a bit of a trip for you anyway, because whereabouts are you? You're north in North America.
Washington. Yeah,
Washington,
I'm
yeah.
gonna have this. Yeah, Washington. I'm on the west side of the states.
Do you ever plan to come back to Asia to hang out or anything else like that? No?
I don't like the paperwork.
The paperwork.
I don't like
We don't know where Todd is today, and it's very, very unlike him not to give me a prior warning that he's caught up somewhere. I did send a message to him this morning, so I'm a little bit
If anybody
concerned.
can ping him, ping him. Yeah, if anybody can ping him, ping him.
Yeah, like I said, although I seem like a bit of a reckless sort of person sometimes, I do have this, clock in my head, and I expect people to contact and stay in touch. It's like you do, This one of the things you here in Thailand, you are a minority group, and you think about the people you know, and you're regularly in contact with them. It's sort of like it's a safety net. And if Jerry hadn't heard from me for a week, I'm pretty sure he'd start to call the police as well. Because would Thais do it? These are some of the issues that you've got to think about. Thais, I'm sure, would probably do it if they'd got that close. We had a really good friend up in Salia there.
Did we have to send out a freaking search party for your ass, or what?
I don't know. I think maybe Mark, if Mark's around, he's got a different contact for him, or whoever else is listening, if you know where he is, just go and knock on his door to see if he's okay. Because I have last message I got online from him was Thursday week ago. So if he wasn't planning to turn up, well, he would tell me, and he hasn't mentioned. He did mention something that was transpiring, but I'm not at liberty to talk about that situation. But I'm sure if he actually went down that particular course, he would have said, catch up with you in 5 days or something, But that didn't happen. So I'm just, what happened, It does concern me, He's my brother.
Yeah, buddy system. Always use the buddy system.
And again, that's another good point. We should really sort of look out for the people here in Thailand. We do have to build this buddy system. It's one of the things I've always tried to do with the Discord and the contacts I make throughout, our life here is, trying to sort of set up that, buddy system. I think is the best way to call it, or community. I'm all about the community rather than look at me, I'm a YouTuber. I want people to have fun here, and I enjoy my life here. Jerry enjoys his life here. Yeah. Yeah, Chris is saying, I'm sure all is well. You haven't heard from Todd in over a week, you said. That's right. I was speaking to Todd too. Oh, okay, good. He's fine. Okay, it's just that it's very unlike him to not sort of pop into this Saturday morning stream without prior awareness.
He's got a hell of a hangover.
Yeah.
That's
Good for
possible.
He's got a hell of
Yeah,
a
well, he wasn't out drinking with us last night, but yeah.
If he's got a pulse, it's fine.
But
He's
we
got a
do,
pulse.
we have our community. Robert's part of that community, although he's 200 kilometres away, and I very rarely want to leave the comfort of my air conditioning. Yeah, I've got to get the bike. You have to do once your 5 years have elapsed on your registration. You've got to do the the registration check every year, don't you? I can check that with Shania. I'm pretty sure I got to do that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I got.
Next year I've got to go for my driver's license again, and I'm afraid to put my head in that box and try to see the colors without moving my eyes.
I didn't have to do that.
I did.
The only colour test I got with my license this year was they had like a stoplight, but they have all three colours on all three of the lights. I guess they use to try to trick you. Red usually the top, and yellow's the middle, and green's the bottom for a position. But they swap that
You have
around.
retrochromia? Do you
And
have retrochromia?
I have mid dew tone. Yeah, I think they call it, which is the green.
Color blindness.
Green,
Yeah,
yes.
mine would be
Yeah, my
I'm
green guns.
25%
Yeah.
of green.
My green guns don't work properly. I don't see green as green. I interpret green. I know what green is, but when it gets into those, when you look at color spectrum, like there is green, and I guess it's the G in RGB. If they had 0R, 0B, and 100% G, I can see that green no problem, right? But if it had on the color spectrum, if it's 80% G and 20% R, right, and 20% B, right, with a low luminance, it just looks grey to me, So it's
Yeah.
you work around it, My visual acuity is probably 20, 25, 25, or I just said, I seriously, I can still shoot wings off a fly at 300 meters. I just can't
Yeah,
see
I
what
know,
colour
but
they are.
what color they are? Is that a green fly or what's that?
Yes, that's a blue ass fly. Yeah, that's it.
Well, it's a blown ass fly now. Whatever.
Mark is still in Australia. Did you say you got a work visa as part of you getting a partner visa? Yeah, I have a work permit.
Paperwork.
Yeah, work permit, as I have a
Paperwork,
non-O
yeah.
visa based on marriage. I'm allowed to apply for one. Okay, right. Yeah, this is hopefully this is something I will be able to do as well. If they finally pass law and they give us full privilege of the same-sex marriage, and it doesn't get watered down. We'll see how that transpires. That's still in the workings of government. So many other things hitting, that are upsetting the government right now. I think it's pretty much low priority. But yeah. So yeah. Of course, I lost my train of thought. Then, what was the last thing?
Paperwork.
Paperwork.
Bureaucracy. Hate it.
Yeah. We all hate paperwork. I'm just trying to think what was there was a paperwork. What was the one before? Because I got sidetracked on it. We were talking about buddy system, weren't we?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Link up and make a good note.
Yeah, Bobby Crush, g'day, how you doing? And again, like I keep on thinking about the fact that should I change the titling on these? They said this is just something we do, and again building the community, bringing people together in one place at a specific time, where we all we know the timing. If you're available and you want to jump in and have a few words, that's what we expect you to do. And we get people chatting. If I get people chatting on my Twitch stream like that, I'd blow my channel up. But this is YouTube. But I even turn the money off on it. Because the fact that nothing worse than doing this sort of community thing, and then having YouTube go and sort of give you shit because you said something wrong. So turn the money off on that one. But this is what we do. It's not about the money. It's about building community. As opposed to my videos. But if people want to see videos without ads, they can go and see them on Odyssey. I put them up there too. So I've been thinking about doing for Rumble too. But the Rumble terms of service look weird in that the fact that they want to have a specific what do you call it, moderator privilege, which allows them to search for videos that they're hosting on their platform, which then they can then file copyright claims if my video goes on their platform and then somebody else takes it and puts it up again. They want to have a certain level of permissions, and when I read the fine print, it's almost like giving them the ability to shut my channel down. It's the way it sounds when you read it. And I'm going, well, I don't want to give anybody that permission. I've had that happen once already. Where I made a complaint with somebody because they were coming on my channel with my photo and my name of my channel, right, and giving me shit. As if I'm posting comments on my channel as me on my videos when it's not me. So I filed a complaint. They got rid of that, and then they got rid of my channel at the same time. You know, they just shut it all down. I went, what? Didn't you read the fight? Oh, really? It took the 36 hours to get the channel back. No apology. Absolutely no apology. This is what you have to deal with YouTube all the time. They're basically they're above everything. Anyway, we continue to do what we're doing. There, Mark is in the house. G'day, Mark. How you doing? Yeah. Anyway, so we do have an article. I was going to. I've left my watch somewhere. I can't see the time. Shower. There we go. I'll have to use my look at the time on my phone.
Oh, we can tease him now.
Yeah.
Start teasing him.
Yeah, it's just sitting on the dresser inside the bedroom. That's all. And then, yeah, you take it off. Although it's waterproof, I always take it off when I shower.
What exactly did you do with that?
Robert, approximately 17 days, 22 hours and 17 minutes, but not counting at all. Okay, he's got one of those little timers on his screen. I used to have one of those when I went back, like when I was doing the backwards and forwards. That was my thing. I'm at my administrator's desk, in front, in our work area, because we were the gods of the business. We made all the computers work. But yeah, I'd go on my holiday over to Thailand, and I'd get back. As soon as I'm back the next day at work, I reset the timer, 92 days, 17 hours and 15 minutes. It's always on one of the screens. People just come around and says, oh, hey, you're off to Thailand again in 25 days, I see. But it was the only thing that kept me working there. Like just looking at the next time I'm back in Thailand, because it was like working on the oil rig. I lived 2 weeks in Thailand every 3 months, and then bounced back to the oil rig for 3 months. Ugh. Yeah, not fun anyway. But we're here now and enjoying life, doing our thing to try to support to support the
Thai economy.
The Thai economy, yeah, Thai economy. Yes.
We do a pretty good job with that.
So anyway, we've got a few people here in the thing. So how is everybody today? You're all faring well. I like to know. If you're not on our Discord. If you're not on our Discord or on my line and, constantly in communication, I'm pretty sure Robert can look after himself. I'm pretty sure Mark can look after himself. But these other people, they're not at that closeness to say, how is everybody? So I've got to ask the question. Yeah, Chris is very well. I got that Chris is very well because he's always here. He's like one of the buddies. But yeah, we just got to get into the Discord so we can come and have a chat every so often, and maybe we can get into some gaming or bass guitar.
Are you recruiting? Oh, or bass guitar? Wait, where's bass?
Yeah, I do have the bass guitar. Jerry's always giving me Yeah. Anyway.
You started it.
Sounds.
Maybe put
Who
it back
started
down.
it? Who started it? Who started it?
I'm going to be a good boy. I'm not going to talk to you about the bass anymore. I get that you can't really play. It's
Now he's giving me shit. Yeah.
No, I don't mean it that way. I mean with your fingers. So I get it. I understand.
It's just it is literally a reach. Like before I did bass guitar, I did classical guitar lessons. That was my training. I did that for a couple of years, and I quite enjoyed classical guitar. But when you go to you hang out with your friends, and somebody says guitar playing, and you go, I can play classical guitar. They go, what are you, gay or something? Yeah.
And now you wish you played it.
Oh, now I wish I did a few more years. Yeah, because you look at people like Phil Manzanero and all these people that can really just play some tunes, man. I'm pretty sure they learnt classical guitar the way they. Yeah.
Well, chromatic. Well, I never did string, but the chromatic scale, right? I watched a lot of people that do chromatic scale. And yeah, you will cut your fingers, fuck yourself up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what's the Chris says? I got the best story from Thailand involving love, marriage, divorce, being introduced to new love, and irony in between it all.
Promises,
Yeah, okay. Well,
promises,
you want to
promises,
do you want to
promises.
fill us in on the story there, Chris, or is it too embarrassing?
Oh,
Sounds like a movie plot.
I was about to say, is you got a script for that? Do we have a script for that?
Has
I'm not
anybody
sure.
been checking out the new series on? I can't remember what platform it's on. Shogun.
Yeah,
Yep, that's
yeah.
turning into except for the fact that like I've got to pause it when the subtitles in the Japanese go into a couple of lines. I've got to pause the thing because I can't read it all. Pause, pause, pause. I don't read English that fast. You probably work that out when I read these news articles. um, Things I've got to say sound right in my head before. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it. But yeah, it's really quite an interesting story. I know that there was a mini series and a movie released in the 80s based on the
I went
same
to go. I went to go see Shogun with my mother
in the 80s.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old that was a movie,
Hmm.
and this is based on historical events. Okay, this is based on a historical event, but the Japanese are very closed societies, if you understand. They're very closed, so
Yeah.
they do not like this to be.
It's getting a 9.2 on IMDb, and I can see why. It is really quite
It's
good.
good. It's good. It's good.
But
And where do you
It is
yeah,
find
good.
what network?
I'll get back to that. But Shogun, that was who was it in the original one? It was Richard Chamberlain. Was in the original one there. But yeah, if you get a chance,
I,
let me sort of get back to I don't know what platform's it on. I can't play the
Netflix.
trailer because it's copyright. Um, Plot
No, it's
summary,
well.
certification,
All right,
trivia.
I'll
Oh, Disney Plus.
okay.
It's a Disney Plus release, according to this anyway. Um,
Yes. 9.2. Wow.
yeah, and the previous one was slightly less than that, but it was again. I think it's a brilliant steer. The 8.1 was the original back in the 1980s. Um, Not that I think you'd find that anywhere at the moment. Um,
the rating system is completely different.
yeah, but if you do get a chance to see it, it is absolutely that I really do like the way they're presenting it. It has me intrigued, and of course, being not voice dubbed but subtitled, it gives that really more of an authenticity to the whole story.
And you can, if you understand Ihan, you can hear what they're saying too. They
Oh, a
they're
little bit.
really pissing each other off, like in a.
Hmm.
If you understand Japanese just a little bit, like, whew, can be pretty rough.
Okay, so he says we'll tell us a story about over beers or coffee one day. Okay, Chris, we'll hold you to that one. I was talking to Don Blake. I was chatting with Don Blake this morning on Messenger, and he said he's still giving me a drama-filled story as well about the last 5 years. He had a really nice. He was hanging out with a really nice girl when he came to Thailand here, and he was giving me the rundown of the fact that he started doing due diligence to find out what happened when he was not in Thailand and so on and so forth, and found little weird and wonderful things going on, and her having her photo with other people on other people's pages, and I'm going, yeah, well, yeah, you got to do due diligence when you do the dating game. People slip up, but yeah.
What exactly do you
Anyway,
expect?
I think his name was Maggie. She's now got a baby, and she's married to a Thai. Not quite sure where it is, but she still has a YouTube channel going, and she seems to be enjoying her YouTube community there, which is good. But she was a funny girl. I really enjoyed her company when we hung out, but that was only at the time that Don was here. But yeah, life is like that. Yeah, so
Absolutely correct.
it actually wouldn't make a bad movie plot. Yeah, Wombat. Well, sort of Wombat, Kiwi Bar, John Tim, Chris Byrne. I'm all ears. Yes, I know the bar on the Disney Network. Yes, we covered that. Wombat Kiwi Bar has a great number of patrons these days. A profitable bar. Haven't seen Don for a while, but chat regularly. Yeah, he said 10th to the 12th of April, but I've got a feeling this is probably going to overlap when we go to Songkran. I go to Sukhothai for Songkran. Again, I just haven't, I probably won't know until 3 days out, We're going to Songkran, we're going to Sukhothai, But that's something I get used to here in Thai. Thais don't keep calendars, long term at least anyway.
Work today, spend for today, and forget about tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I was there in the week it first opened, Chris, and and when Steve expanded, now he's looking to expand again. Okay, I think He's mentioned. I know of the Wombat Bar. I'm pretty sure I got it pinned as a place I want to go and check out when I go down that way. But haven't actually had a chance to. Obviously, some sort of Australian connection there. It'd be nice to drop in. We've got the Down Under Bar, which we enjoy the company of the girls there, and the price of the beer is not too bad, and so on and so forth. I have suggested that she might want to consider spending 20,000 baht and putting what they call a shield or a glass partition, with a couple of double doors. So, if it's too hot, we could move inside where the air conditioners run. Because she runs those air conditioners, and exactly what effect they have, is zero. Well, she's complaining about, the 20,000 baht a month for electricity. Well, you're probably shoving 10,000 baht a month out the door because you had the thing walled off. But, again, you can only make suggestions, can't you? You can't really sort of tell anybody Thailand how to do things. And when you do, you end up kicking them and sort of getting your visa revoked.
Also, remember, it's not her place. She's not the owner, so she puts money into it and gets nothing back if she's not there.
Yeah, I know. That's the other part of it as well. And they don't like to spend money on that sort of stuff, yeah.
And she's really done a good job laying it out. I think she's got the perfect layout for her now.
Mm.
From when we started with her, she's done it right this time.
Well, as I said, that back area with the pool table, where the pool table was totally useless. One person, you might get a couple of people play pool once in a blue moon, but generally the table was crooked as a fucking dog's hind leg, right? But one of the girls really knew how to play the curve.
Well, Sonia.
Sonia, she knew the curve. Yes, she knew exactly where the boat.
Susie's pretty good too.
Yeah. But there's plenty of pool tables along the street, so if you really want to go and play pool, and if I wanted to have a game of stick, I'd just go across the magic table there. They've got a couple of pool tables at the front there. They're probably just as crooked though. Straight flat bar. I think the only place I've ever seen flat tables was the Gulliver's. They tend to take care of their tables. Which is where we were last Monday night, which is, I will get to the story. I'll get to the news articles, 10:33. Who's that? We got Dowlow's in the house, is he? Yeah. G'day, Dowlow, how you doing? I missed that. Give him the Chang Tower workout. Yeah, I did. Robert's going to invent the keg tower. He's told me that personally now. Well, the Chang, they're so small. That's just enough for Robert, If he wants to have one for a party, he needs a keg tower for him and his mates. I want to see that on the weird and wonderful things of Thailand in the next 6 months. Okay, Robert. Hey, Dale, says we use it daily at the moment. Yes, I'm sure he does. It's bloody hot work out there. The temperatures in Thailand, they're going to say peak around 40 to 42 next week. And then they're going to have some pretty serious, yeah. It's all right. No such thing as climate change. When you upset those sea currents and everything else, it only takes 1 or 2 degrees can change the whole current flow. But you can't tell anybody who doesn't know science, and not many people know science. Do they still teach science at school? I don't know. Where is it? We've been enjoying a few Chiang most nights. Beer seems to taste better at 31 degrees Celsius. Yes, especially when you put with the ice in it. I was having a few beers last night. You see all these, people, these tourists coming and drinking straight out of the bottle. I stopped drinking out of the bottle when I was 2 years old.
120 degrees Fahrenheit is enough to fry your brain.
Obviously, there's like people are onto it. The keg tower, yeah. I think we'd probably make a killing in Australia selling one of those. But just if it does take off, just leave your money on the fridge there, right? It's all right. It was my idea. I'm quite happy to share the idea as long as I get a kickback. Okay. Sean, g'day Sean, how you doing? Good to have you back. I don't think I've got your dates in my calendar when you're coming back. I think you said May, wasn't it? Did I put your dates up there? I think you were supposed to message me, weren't you? Let me just
Is that Sean Escapes?
Sean Escapes, yes.
Hey Sean, how are you, buddy?
So we got Fern's birthday next Saturday. She's got a party going on. I was going to put that in our line group.
You know what? I need to see if she's got ingredients for B-52s. If not, maybe I'll supply them to her. That'll be my contribution.
We'll have to do something about that. Yes. Yeah, we got Colton's arriving in April. He's out here for 3 weeks. We've got Don Blake I got him for 3 days in Bangkok. He's probably here for long. Pretty sure he's not flying out for 3 days. I guess the rest of the time he's elsewhere. But I got Chris Brand for the 24th. I just got Chris Brand 24th. I don't know how long are you here for? I think it's 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, I don't have Sean, and I'm pretty sure he said it was May. So you make sure you hit me up with that so I can keep my calendar full. But you don't need all my other, like this or the other holiday stuff, but these are other, you can subscribe to this calendar if you wish. I can give you, look, I can put the link up now, hold on. I'm trying to get this thing up and running so that, we can try to keep the group, display any of this, I want settings, settings, calendar. I know there's a way you can share the link. Bangkok events. Display only this. That's what I'm doing. And could we have share? Switch to calendar. Switch to month. Settings. God, here's me. I'm an IT guy and I can't work out how to do it. World clock. And is it automatic? There was, mind you, these things they change everything on this stuff every so often. I'll work it out. I'll make sure I'll put it on when I work it out. I'll put it on Nightbot so that he can put it up so I don't have to remember it. but yeah, I'm trying to build this calendar up so that we can, know when people are in. We're all a group. And it's nice to know when people are arriving. So yeah, hit me up with any dates, and I can give people edit permission so they can put things up themselves if you want. 24th of May, right? Let's get that up. So 24th of May to the 22nd of June, 30 days. 22nd of June. There we go. Save. There we go. We can see exactly when he's. Oh, he's here for a meetup on the 7th. Look at that, right? It links up. Perfect. So we'll probably get to see him. If he's in Bangkok, that is. I'm pretty sure he's not spending 4 weeks in Bangkok. May do an extension, but I'm not sure. Okay, cool. Anyway, I better get onto this article. It's all over the news. We've even done a video of it. Shanya's 2 cents worth or two bahts worth on the whole story because she's connected to the community. So who hasn't heard about the Ladyboy Wars on Soy 11?
Crazy.
It is, and there was absolutely no sign of them on Soy 11 last night when we were there. No, they've all gone back into the woodwork again. But violent clash between Thai and Filipino trans groups rocks Bangkok. And seriously, it is the hottest. Like, okay, we've got the Swiss, expats here. A couple of Swiss expats are causing all sorts of grief. One up in Tak or something, and one down south somewhere in one of the islands. Seriously, I wouldn't want to be a Swiss person right now living in Thailand. But so I won't go into too much of the details because I want you to watch the video. The video goes out tomorrow. I put it up on our Facebook group for my web page thing, which if you're not subscribed to my web page, which is just fill out the details and you get notified of when those videos come out early. But yeah, so Shania does her little sorry, it'll get there. So she talks about it. I don't do much of the talking this time around. She does talk about it. She gives us her point of view on the story, which is something you'll probably enjoy doing, but enjoy watching. But she's from my point of view, she's fairly articulate, giving us the rundown on the events that transpired that night. Of course, the worst thing was we were there on the Monday night when this was going down. We were 200 yards away, and it could have been the biggest video on my whole channel if she just said, let's go and check it out now, and shot some video. No, she didn't tell me. All she got me to do was get the camera out, and I took a photo. There it is. If I go to my photos, I haven't cleared that stuff up. Yeah. Where was it? So she got me to take this photo in Sukhumvit Soy 5, right, which she then started posting around on her groups to the words of, don't worry, I've got this area covered for any trouble or something like that. Just as a joke, but if you saw that on a page or on her account, you would have seen it. But yeah, we could have walked down there, we could have walked down there and shot some video of this whole thing going down. But no. I've got to get her into the program. I need a Thai YouTuber, female YouTuber, or even, transgender YouTuber to really tell Shania what YouTube's all about, because she knows of YouTube, but she really doesn't get it. She doesn't understand YouTube. She does TikTok, but when she feels like, when she's bored, she does TikTok because it's easy, I guess. But this could have been a really, really big video. We got down there and shot some video, but nah. Whoop. Look, he's off and he's out and in.
It disconnected me. It sounds like you were walking into a DMZ, dude.
Was it? Okay. Well, Mr. Monash is in the house. G'day, Mr. Monash. And Jorgen. G'day, Mr. Jorgen. How you doing? Yeah, so...
Yeah, you might need a military escort for that one.
So here's what I would do. I would Google top earners in YouTube. And then I would show her, this is what top earners earn in YouTube. And money talks with ties.
You reckon that'd get her involved in it?
She'll start, the
Yeah,
wheels will
yeah.
start.
Like she just sees $100 a month, and that's what she sees, and she, it's more. She makes more at the salon, so it has no priority in her, in her.
Just show her
That's what
what
he's saying. No, he's right. Yeah, he's like, look here, ching ching. There you go.
Hmm.
money talks.
Money times. Money talks. Bullshit walks.
Of course, I suppose what the takeaway from this thing here was probably, I think it's covered in the Examiner a little bit more. Huge street battle in Bangkok, Sukhumvit area between Thai and Filipino transsexuals being probed. They use the wrong wording, don't they? Wrong words there, sorry.
What exactly are they probing?
Yeah, and what are they probing with? Oh my God. Authorities probe violent clashes on Sukhumvit Filipino trans workers under scrutiny. Trans workers, but there's no prostitution in Thailand.
No.
Absolutely none at all.
Do not come here expecting prostitution.
Yeah,
You'll be highly
there is no prostitution in Thailand. I can swear to that. And yeah, so concerns over visa abuse and organised crime, right? Basically, that 30 of them, I think it goes on the article, 30 of them came out all together on on what they call a 30-day visa, what they call visa exemption. So they don't actually have a visa here. They've got that visa exempt stamp.
Work visa.
And they're all hanging out in the one hotel on Soy 11, I think it is. And they're talking to people as they walk by, right? And Shania tells a story, a couple of Thai
Hi, sailor.
they walked by and started joking with them, like Thais do that. They're Thai lady boys are quite a lot of fun when you meet them, and in certain environments they're quite a lot of fun. Probably not so much in Pattaya where they'll rob you, but that's Pattaya. It's not Thailand.
It's its own country. It is kind of its own country.
It is its own country, yes. G'day, Dave. Gotta love Thailand. Good to have you join us. Anyway, so look, I don't want to go too much into it. Like I said, let the story play out on the video that gets released tomorrow. But if you want to get a look at it beforehand, it's on my DIA webpage and it's posted on our Facebook group, so you will see it there. You can get a preview of it. I haven't even looked at the numbers already. I think we have like 7 or 8 people have seen it already, but it's probably more now. I go to my dashboard.
Well, I actually, as he was speaking, the Katoi, the Katoi, they're really honorable people. Some of them are very, very honorable. They're very honorable. I had one show me in Chiang Mai, where some of them get very depressed and throw themselves off of a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
This is where they throw themselves off of the bridge, and I was like, whoa, that's gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
So, just so you know, a lot of that is not done by choice. So, Katoi are very protective of each other, and they're very nice people for the most part.
Yeah, so Chris asked the questions, how are they working? Well, they don't have working visas. That's one thing that's already been determined, and they're under very heavy scrutiny at the moment. What is your purpose here in Thailand? Why it doesn't get picked up at the board? Like, I don't know, when Shania went to Australia those 2 times, we got grilled both times. Seriously, the first time I took her to Australia, it was almost one step away from a full body cavity search to get through fucking customs. They wanted to see content on my phones and on my computers and everything else. And I said, well, you want me to bend over as well? I said that to them, and when I said that, they let me go through. But but seriously, that's what Australia's like. You're transgender. You're with a transgender. She's coming with you. There's something suspicious going on here, but yet Thailand let 20 of them through the gate, or 30 through the gate or something. Without any questions. Right? Are you so desperate for tourism here that doesn't get checked? yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm not trying to pick
Sure.
on
Like I said,
I'm not trying to pick on the Thai immigration. They have to deal with quite a few 100,000 people going through those turnstiles every day. So I'm pretty sure it's a lot of damn work. But you know
I have
we
one
have
for you. I got
computers. Computers can do this. You know.
hold on. I have a good story for you actually, and be very careful about this. When I went through Thai immigration
Mm.
into Cambodia, the guy stamped my thing, and he forgot to refill the ink stamp. So when he stamped my visa, it was invalid, and they sent me back
Did they
because the guy didn't stamp.
properly?
He didn't refill his ink well and
Uh,
didn't stamp it properly at all. Will stop and stopped me at the gate. I was like,
uh,
they thought I was like counterfeiting or something. I was like, oh wait, that motherfucker. He just didn't refill his ink pad
mm,
and didn't stamp. I'm like, look, it's right here. Oh, I was like, oh shit. So
yep.
talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
nightmare.
It
There you
is.
go.
Yes. Exactly. Um, Andy Stubbs messaged me this morning, arriving in Bangkok at 8 today. Oh, okay. Andy's back in town. Okay, cool. But again, if people are coming and, if you put it in the calendar, well, when I give you the link, when I figure out how to get the link, I know I sent it to a few people. For some reason, it's just not playing ball today. I'll have to do a bit.ly shortener as well on it. But and a few people have got edit privileges so they can put their stuff up. But of course, it's on Google Calendar. I don't know, people have a thing about Google these days as well. So, but yeah, I'd like to see that build into something so people can sort of rely on it, and we can then sort of make sure it gets posted up somewhere so people can check. If you want to hang out, like I said, Jerry does his meetup every Friday. It's a great place to meet up with fellow expats and travellers coming in. And again, I'm sure that they're going to kick us out soon enough.
Eventually, or they'll find
You
a
know
spot
what?
for you somewhere.
Yeah, we've got 50
So,
people, though 40 of them are buying coffee and or breakfast. So their number is spiking for 2 hours every Friday. I can't imagine them
Yeah.
really not wanting us.
But they did have a word with you a month or so ago, didn't they? What was that?
That was, well, yes, we had
yes.
people there,
Hmm.
and a guy walked up to me and looked up at me and said, "Can you please get your people to be quiet?" I looked down at him and I said, "No, I can't." And he looked up at me and said, "Some of us are trying to work." That's not my problem.
Yeah.
He slinked away, and about 15 minutes later, the manager came over and we talked, and he understood.
Hmm.
He, he was the manager for a few more weeks after that, and every week I'd go and say, "Everything okay?" "Yep, everything's okay."
Yeah. Well, I can
Can you
understand. Yeah, I can
imagine?
understand.
Please stop talking. Please ask your group of 45 people to be quiet.
Well, I know I got an idea.
Right.
Those
Here,
you can
let's
get those
wrangle.
you can get those little silicon earplugs. I think they're probably 100 baht for 20. You can carry them in a box and just give them to people if they say it's too
Try
loud.
and wrangle two platoons. Okay. Try wrangling two platoons if they want to. Yeah, right. Shut the
I-
fuck up.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. If that happens again, I got to come back with. But I was shocked that this kid came up and said that to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a socializing place, not a workplace. If you want to work there, that's fine.
Hmm.
Headphones, and you'll be fine.
Earplugs,
Otherwise,
headphones,
go
yeah.
rent a working space for a few hours.
Hmm.
Then
I'm
you're
pretty
fine.
sure there is a work. You can go up to True.
There's plenty
Yeah,
of
no,
places.
that's the True cafe is fairly large.
Was he a local or was he a expat?
Well,
The-
I'll be very gentle when I say this. When he walked up to me, he was Asian.
Hmm.
And I thought, all right, I'm going to have to interpret. He spoke perfect English, so I'm sure he was an Asian American.
Fair
And
enough.
that is also fine, but he surprised me that he spoke perfect English. And I'm thinking, God, are you really saying this to me?
Hmm.
He did, and he found out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Anyway, so like, I'm missing a lot of the chat. There's a lot of chat going on. Trouble with Melbourne has too close to zero humidity. It's fine and hot. Mark.
It's hot. It's
Yeah,
burning.
give a low humidity over the high humidity every day. I'm sort of used to the humidity here. It doesn't really bother me unless, of course, it gets really, really high in hot weather.
Next week.
Yeah, but today, well, yesterday, it was overcast. It was low pollution and overcast, so it was actually quite comfortable. Really enjoyed my foot massage yesterday. That was really good. I'm thinking of changing my regular weekly, full body
Oh, baby.
oil massage to foot massages because that
He's
was
jumping
really.
the fence. You better watch it.
Yeah,
He's
but,
jumping the
that's it, because with me and my feet problems, I really felt really good for the rest of the day, just having my feet done. It's weird, isn't it? Pat Ty, Pat, how you doing? She wants to see me in a pair of budgie smugglers, she said. Yeah, I know, yeah, right. No, that's not going to happen, okay?
What the hell is that?
Budgie smugglers. It looks like you're carrying a budgie in your swimming trunks.
That thing.
Yeah. No, I will wear board shorts. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, see, thank you for not ever.
Yeah, just
I
the
will
visual.
Burn that out.
Burn that in your
Burn
burn that
that.
out of your head. Yeah, exactly.
Burning.
Noise. Well, Bangkok's really not all that noisy. Okay, you get the odd, loud noises, but it's not really that noisy. Like, seriously, his coffee meetup is really noisy. Um,
You guys are city boys. I live out like way far away from everyone. That's. You're metropolitans. You're city people.
The only news I get from Australia these days is only the sensational stuff that sells newspapers, and I get very little of that. Because again, Australia seems to be one of those. I think there's a current flat Earth of conspiracy, the fact that Australia doesn't exist, right? It's all a scam. There's no such thing as I really got. I give up with the world. I really do.
Seriously, I'm like, okay.
The only thing that keeps me happy about the whole situation with dumb people, thanks, Jorgen, is you got to remember the average IQ of the planet is 100.
That's terrible.
Statistically speaking, half of them are dumber than that.
Yeah, I know. 60. So it's like 60. Like.
You got to love statistics, don't you? I am below average. Well, we're not going to go there, Stephen. You still can't get your computer audio working on Discord, so we might have to just leave that one. Leave that one.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. That's it.
Shots fired.
Get out the las gun. Hope he has a personal shield on. Sorry, that's a Dune reference.
That's a Dune reference that nobody knows about. And somebody argued with me about it. They're all, why do they use swords? Why do they use swords and knives? Because if you hit a fucking personal shield with a las gun,
it blows up. Yeah, it blows you up and the person wearing the shield.
and
Exactly.
The planet and the fucking planet.
There we go. The jingle was a bit late there. God. But anyway, we are getting close to closing time. What is it? 3 minutes to go. Yes. Anyway, so let's do the close out. I think. So what have we missed on the? Have I missed anything specific?
There was an article you were supposed to read from the beginning, but I don't remember which one.
Dave said if you were staying there long enough in those temperatures, you'd be able to retire here in Thailand and get used to it. Yeah. Talk about the temperature. Yeah, so, like Sydney, even in the 80s, in the 70s, we would get those 47-degree temps, in Sydney. Then of course you would then get that southerly buster that it comes through at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We used to call them. I don't think it gets called that anymore, but you get that change in weather, and it was always so refreshing to have that come in at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and drop the temperature 20 degrees. Mind you, in the last 5 years living in Australia, when we got those temperatures, that sort of stopped happening. I'm not quite sure what happened with the weather patterns there, but the southerly buster was usually a cooling welcome back in the 70s and early 80s, but they stopped happening after a while. But yeah, no such thing as climate change. It's not like it's been happening last night. It's been happening for about the last 50 years. Um, it's just so gradual that nobody pays attention to it. Anyway,
You know,
go on, go on.
you know what a sirocco is?
Nope, nope. Can't say I do.
Well, you like Dune. Okay, so imagine a dust storm
Yeah.
that's on fire.
Oh, okay.
With all a sirocco. So it's a dust storm with all the detritus and bones and
Taxi club's a
things.
gay bar, Pat. Why would I want to go to a gay bar? Yeah, okay. Unless, of course, it's changed. Um, anyway, look, we better wrap this up. Better get out of everybody's face and so they can get on with the rest of their day. Great to have you guys along. Don't forget, we do this every Saturday morning. While you guys keep on turning up, I'll keep on doing it. That's the deal, you know. And if anybody can get a shout out to, I still haven't got a reply from Todd yet online. So if anybody can do a shout out and find out what's going on with Todd, it would clear up a few things in my space, in my headspace here, because now I'm going to worry all day.
Worry.
Yeah, I do. You got to worry about your family, you know. He's my brother.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I might have spoken to Robert 2 days ago, but that's 2 days ago. For him to not tell me.
Look, here comes the cascade.
Yeah. Anyway, let me get the closing screen before Stephen tells me to play the music and get off. Closing screen. Anyway, peace out. Have a great day. We'll hopefully see you here next week. Take care and watch out for transgender wars. don't get caught in the middle of one. You might get skinned knees.